On New Year's Eve night, 2010, in Beebe, Arkansas, nearly 5,000 red-winged blackbirds mysteriously fell from the sky, dead. The Arkansas Game and Fish Commission claimed blunt force trauma as the cause of death, saying the birds were startled by New Year's Eve fireworks that sent them careening into trees, windows, and power lines before spiraling to the ground in a grim rain of death. Others were not so sure. One such doubter was Ron Hobbs of Bakers Grove, Arkansas.
I know what the Game and Fish Commission said, but what are they going to say? That however many hundred birds all of a sudden put their feet up in the air all at once and called it a day? Simultaneous? Blunt force trauma, shoot. I don't believe that one little bit. They know what happened. They know good and well.
But little did Mr. Hobbs know that he was about to get a much closer look than he'd bargained for, when the mystery came home to roost, literally, in his own backyard.
Sure, I heard about the birds. One day Mr. Hobbs found a dead blackbird in his yard, and he commenced to hollering and asking if anyone knew how these birds died, where they come from, if anyone had seen any strange lights, all kinds of stuff like that. And now there's been, what, 13? Some people say it's unlucky. I think it's just plain creepy.
Sure, I got a little excited, but wouldn't you? To this date, I've had 13 birds turn up dead in my backyard. Some blackbirds, some blue jays, some cardinals. That ain't no coincidence, and that sure wasn't no fireworks. That was a warning.
However, some residents of this bedroom community are not convinced by Mr. Hobbs' theories.
Oh, I know Hobbs. He cost me my job. I wouldn't listen to a word he said.
J. Butler Bedford is a son of a bitch. The only reason he kept his job so long was that nobody else in his town wanted it. Detective, what's he gonna investigate around here? Missing cats?
I've lived next to that crackpot for 13 years. Some people say it's unlucky. If I have to hear about that damn skunk ape one more time...
The skunk ape ain't got nothing to do with this, as far as I know.
Hobbs finally convinced a lab technician from the hospital in the county seat of nearby Pineville to examine one of the dead birds. The results were sadly inconclusive.
Anyway, I didn't make up those birds. And Bedford ain't one to talk about other people's imaginations. I mean, you should ask him about them satanic cults he was trying to bust a few years ago before he retired. Turned out it was just a bunch of kids outside of town playing ultimate frisbee.
He sent me on a wild goose chase with his crazy cult theories. The city council thought it was my fault. 15 years on the force, shot to hell.
Well, goodness gracious, honey, it's hot outside. Why don't you come in? Well, come on in and make yourself at home. I'm just gonna go freshen up. Mr. Bedford and Mr. Hobbs. Well, I have seen Mr. Bedford in Mr. Hobbs's lawn, hunkered down, relieving himself like a dog. It is the most disgusting thing to watch, and I have watched it many, many times. And Mr. Hobbs is always leaving Mr. Bedford little presents. The last one was a skull with a red candle in its mouth. He is in a cult, for sure.
Yeah, like this one time, me and my friends were skating down the street, and the old dude was out in front of his house, and he was wearing like a tinfoil hat or something, and hang on. And the other old dude was like, "Keep it down, you freak!" And then the tinfoil hat dude said, "The aliens are coming!" And then the other guy, he said, "No, you idiot, it's a cult, it's the devil!" And it was pretty weird. Then they told us to get off their lawns.
Do you smell something?
Baker's Grove is a small town. Hardly anything ever happens around here, really. I think people just get bored. After a while, they do just about anything to have a little excitement in their lives. That's just human nature.
All right, come here. Look at this. "13 birds and all them other things. All documented. All true." Now look, it don't take a rocket scientist to say that there's not something not exactly natural going on around here. Now, I ain't saying it's aliens. It might be the government. It might be the government testing sonic weapons, alien technology. Hell, it might even be terrorists. I'm just saying, maybe.
The small town of Baker's Grove. Some people say it's unlucky. Some say it's cursed. Whatever the cause of the bird deaths, one thing is certain. We may never know all the answers.